To this risky release in tonight's N4 Tucson investigation.
Christopher Lambeth was sent to the Arizona State Hospital after murdering his grandparents more than 15 years ago. Last year, he was released into the community. This year, his roommate was found beaten to death. It's April 12th. Police officers arrive outside the Tilda Manor group home in Gilbert. Two staff members approach officers saying they jumped a fence to escape from Christopher Lambeth.
I scared the fence.
So they say tried attacking them. Officers try kicking in the door.
Hi, it's the police. Can you open the door?
Eventually, officers are let in by another resident.
Do you have a pulse? No.
Then find Stephen Howes bludgeoned to death inside. Officers finding Christopher Lambeth in the bathroom and arrest him. The Gilbert Police Department blurring almost every hour of body cam footage sent to us, blacking out large portions of it, no video or audio. A Gilbert police spokesperson states the video was blurred to, quote, expeditiously fulfill public records requests to balance the right of the public to information against the sensitive nature of graphic content that might lead to substantial and irreparable private or public harm, the privacy interests of individuals and businesses, and the confidentiality and propriety of law enforcement training and tactics. The department mistakenly sent us two clips unblurred. The first video we showed you and Lambeth being placed into a police car. In 2007, Lambeth was ruled insane for killing his grandparents right here in Tucson, sentenced to the Arizona State Hospital with the possibility of parole in 25 years. His mother and aunt in 2009 were awarded $1.5 million in a wrongful death lawsuit against two nonprofits for failing to transfer him to a mental health care facility, instead allowing him to live with his grandparents. After their murders, Lambeth was put into the Arizona State Hospital, only to be let out into the community once again.
We weren't notified that there's someone like that living in the neighborhood.
This man lives near Tilda Manor, has for more than 20 years.
Never had anything like this happen, anywhere close.
Gavin Isaac says 2 weeks before the murder, he helped a police officer who he says was struggling with a man in front of Tilda Manor. He says that man was Christopher Lambeth.
He was kicking the heck out of the cop, so I went over and asked him if he needed help. And he said, yes, please, hold his legs. So I held his legs down, until a couple more officers showed up.
Isaacs is angry that someone with Lambeth's history was allowed to be released into his neighborhood.
Why was he in this neighborhood that's full of kids?
The decision to place Lambeth into the group home was made by the Arizona Psychiatric Security Review Board. The N4 Tucson investigators have tried for weeks to interview the board's executive director and chairman, but the board ignored our request. They did follow through with our records request for all documents related to Lambeth going back to 2005. In September 2018, the board found Lambeth's mental condition to be in stable remission, determining he was no longer dangerous to live independently as long as he followed several conditions, mainly continuing treatment and not being violent. That decision turned out to be a deadly one for Stephen Howes and a risky one for the communities that Lambeth was released into. This is one reason that Governor Doug Ducey decided to dissolve the board in 2023, transferring the responsibilities to the courts.
We think that these decisions will be better informed going through that judicial process and appearing in front of a judge.
In June, Arizona's Department of Health Services issued 23 citations to Tilda Manor stemming from an investigation into the facility after Lambeth's arrest. I spoke with a staff member from Tilda Manor who declined to comment. Now the Department of Health Services is trying to revoke the Wild Horse location's license. Tilda Manor operates 4 other locations in the Phoenix area. Investigating for you, Corey Nylander, N4 Tucson.